Good morning, everyone. As a role in CEO, I get an opportunity to talk and interact with a lot of leaders. And one such conversation I was having with one of the leader whom I call my mentor as well, is a great inspiration for me. He runs a company manufacturing organization for 30 plus years, very senior, 60 plus age. And interestingly, I asked him a question, what do you do for training and development of your employee? How do you keep up with the changes that's happening in the environment? And how are you, ensuring that your team learns and retains the skill that you need to do the job? And his response actually shocked me, which I thought I must use this as a title. So the response was, we have a very stable organization, and there are not too many people changing the job, very comfortable. People have their life here, and because they don't move often enough, and they know the subject and processes and everything we do, we don't really focus too much on the training. And that, then I asked a counter question, what are you doing for AI? Have you heard the AI and how is that impacting you? It made him pause for a moment and think, what is that AI going to do to him? And similarly, I have been attending many CHRO conference in last a year or so. And I also see that there are a lot of HR folks of the middle age, like 40s and somewhere my age. They're concerned about the AI coming and taking the job, coming and influencing their day-to-day life, and so on. But I don't see the same notion, same concern in the youngsters. Why? When we acquire certain skill, do we get into our comfort zone and then we stop learning and growing? So I want to touch upon this topic a little bit with few examples here. I'm sure you must have heard of Kodak, right? Everybody knows Kodak, right? Kodak didn't lose photographers overnight. And similarly, Nokia, they didn't lose engineers. They had engineers. And Blockbusters, you can name BlackBerry and countless examples. These are some of the prominent ones. However, there are countless other companies, we don't even recognize them, right? So, in my belief, the major differentiating factor between two organizations thriving or dooming is the skill. The level of skill that the organization possesses determines the quality of organization that is. And if we stop investing in learning and development, the organization will start sinking. So that's a major problem that the industry faces. So now, organizations don't fail because people become incapable. They fail because they stop learning, right? Why? As I spoke about, when we get into a middle age, 40s and so on, we tend to think that we have done all the hard work, and then our adaptability reduces, and it's a natural cycle, right? It's a natural. And the learning becomes slow, it becomes rigid, we become rigid to adopt. AI, not for me, maybe youngsters, Gen Zs, and so on. And a lot of time it's disconnected from reality, right? So the uncomfortable fact is 39% of all the skills that exist today would become irrelevant by 2030. It's a huge number. It means almost half, close to half, right? And you're seeing that the industry is already being disrupted by AI and automation at a massive scale. What you thought was a safe job is no longer a safe job, right? 50% reskilling, 50% of the people would need reskilling by 2030. It's a massive, massive number. So reskilling, upskilling is a big, big challenge the entire industry is facing. Now let me take it a step forward. We just heard a wonderful story a little earlier today where how education is impacting, right? If you do not invest in this education, skilling, upskilling, we are going to face challenges. Now 70% of the employees, and these are the facts by the way, 70% of the employees do not think that they have the right skill to do their job effectively 100%. They are there, but probably not 100%. So 70% of the employees feel that they don't have the right skill to do their job. And 49% of executives doubt their workforce has the right skill to do their current job. It's a massive, difference between what's there and what's expected. Now, what happens? The problem is, if you do not have the right skill, when you onboard somebody, you invest in a high-cost resource, onboard them, you invest in 6 to 9 months to make them productive. And it can vary from job to job and position to position. However, it's a massive number. And if you happen to hire a wrong person, this number could escalate very quickly. 40% of the manager's time is invested in training and developing the newcomers, right? So there is a big deal in learning and development. But then question is why, right? So that question, and this is another story, 2 out of 3 LMS do not get used post 6 months. So we were dwelling into it, why? Why does that happen? And that led to us understanding that usually the LMS platforms are not so interesting. They are stuffed with a lot of content, but not for learning purpose. And the courses are long, overwhelming, generic, and not role specific. If you need Excel expertise, go to Udemy and get yourself trained. Now you may only need 5 features of Excel, but when you go to Udemy, you will learn 50, and you will remember nothing, right? So that's a massive problem. Another problem that we have experienced is a language barrier. As we know, not everybody in this country knows English language. We are privileged to know English reasonably well, but not everybody is privileged to know English language. And a lot of time, they are disconnected from reality. So for example, everybody is saying AI is big, it's massive, it's booming. What to do with AI? AI can do million things, but what is important for the job is very important. You have to be very specific to what you really need to be productive very quickly. Yeah? So there's one problem. The forgetting curve shows that 90% of what you learn, you forget in 30 days. So you go into training, classroom training, there is a full day session, you learn something, and 30 days later, you hardly remember 10% of it. So this is the forgetting curve, but we can change that. We can change that by giving you the short courses, the contextual and interactive. You can make the learning fun. And this is where the idea originated in our brain is, why does the learning have to be boring? How can we make it interesting? How can we make it fun? And hence, we came up with the idea called Bliss IQ. So Bliss IQ, as the name suggests, we call it as a joy of learning. And we want to make learning fun. We want to make learning interactive. We want to make learning that sticks with the people. And the concept we have used in this platform is basically reinforcing, not only teaching, but also reinforcing by asking interactive questions, making it gamified so that the learning that you do sticks with you for a longer period. So let me introduce you to Bliss IQ with a short video here.
In today's fast-changing world, skills become outdated faster than ever. Untrained or underskilled teams lead to lower productivity, costly mistakes, slow growth, and disengaged employees. But what if learning could happen anytime, anywhere, without disrupting work or life? But what if organizations could onboard, upskill, and certify their workforce consistently at scale without slowing the business? Introducing Bliss IQ, a modern, interactive learning management platform where creating training courses has never been so easy. A modern enterprise learning platform built for onboarding, compliance, and continuous upskilling. Get instant access to hundreds of pre-built courses, helping your employees get started and productive from day one. Bring your existing training content online and deliver tailored learning journeys that help employees become productive from day one. Learn 24/7 in any language, from any device, mobile or laptop, with real-time progress tracking. Empower your people. Elevate your standards. Train faster. Track smarter. Transform performance across your organization. Bliss IQ. Train, track, transform.
I'm going to pivot a little bit. This story is close to my heart because I have been one of the, I would say, million people who have come out of this. So I want to talk about this story. The idea of Bliss IQ didn't come for the corporate world. Though you saw the presentation deck, it landed there. But the idea didn't come from for the corporate world. This was never meant to be a profitable organization. However, I was having a conversation with some NGO, one of the world's top NGO, and they were convincing me to contribute to a happy school concept where we adopt a school and then we donate some funds to ensure that we provide all the school infrastructure and labs and so on. And one thing that crossed my mind is all the money that we would give is going to impact or positively impact this about 300 to 400 children who are in that school. And I wouldn't know whether it is actually impacting or it is really helping them, or is my money going into some painting and for Photoshop, right? So this question kept bothering me, that it's just 40, 50, 400 to 500 children at max I can reach right now. But there are millions of people, and by the way, there are 25 crore students studying between grade 1 to grade 12 today, which is more than half America's population studying between grade 1 to 12 in state board. It's a massive number, right? And one of the problems that we experience is in the state board, you do not have the world-class infrastructure because they're sponsored by or adopted by government or funded by government. So how do we empower every child through quality education? Because quality education really matters. And we have 25 crore, as I said, 25 crore students between grade 1 to 10. 65 to 70% depend on government or aided schools. And majority of them are rural and semi-urban, economically backward area. So you can imagine such a large population are not getting the highest quality of education. The teacher quality matters. The teacher quality impacts their life. And the problem is, if you do not get the right quality education, your entire future becomes very average or even below average. Only 0.1% of the higher aspiring students might go on to become successful, but rest, the future is dark. So we were trying to look at the way how we can solve that problem. So one area we identified saying, what if we equip children with English language capability? What if they could speak and understand English as well as they, it is required for the job? Because if from your experience, you can tell that the people out there are talented. It's just that they don't understand the global language, which is English, to be able to get a good quality job, right? And that makes them suffer for the rest of their life. So our thought was, how do we build something that can equip them with English language proficiency? And that's where we started about 2.5 years back. We created multiple projects and we failed. We had 2 projects launched big time, but we failed in both of them to meet the expectation that I wanted to bring to the children. And but the cause and the impact was so big, we didn't want to drop that idea. So we kept pursuing and investing in that idea, and hence we came up with the platform called Bliss IQ. Today, Bliss IQ is equipped with AI capability. You can ask any question. Today, Bliss IQ covers the content for first grade to 10th grade, Maharashtra State Board, Marathi medium, semi-English and English, taught in the best possible way with the concept. Let's say if I have to teach one particular concept, 2-digit multiplication as an example. It's mapped to their curriculum, by the way. So if I have to teach 2-digit multiplication, the idea behind this is I may not be the best teacher to teach that 2-digit multiplication. However, there are people who have already posted their video on YouTube. Why don't we leverage them? So we pick the best possible video to explain the concept through this platform. And once the concept is explained, then we do interactive quizzes. Hey, you learned this. Now let's make sure that you understand it, right? So you ask multiple questions in the form of fill in the blanks, puzzle games, and so on, so that it sticks with them. It's not just a video, you can forward it and move on, but it sticks with them. Also, in order to make this interactive, we have added gamification. So for example, you're completing the course, you're also earning point. That then, as part of the CSR, we can incentivize children and the school, whoever is adopting, whoever is coming to the platform, can earn points, and we can reward and recognize those children based on their performance. So I truly believe we ended up creating, in last 2.5 years, we have ended up creating a very fine Skill India platform. Through this platform, you can teach literally anything to anybody and everybody. And this platform, Bliss IQ, is also available on mobile, web, Android, iOS, you name it. It's available and it's free for every underprivileged children. So if you come across underprivileged children and you want to equip them in the best possible way, give them this app. They can download this app and have access to all their course content. Not just that, we have built several courses on personality development, communication skill, listening ability, POSH, and cybersecurity. AI courses are also there. So I would like to see this as a platform where you train anybody and everybody, a carpenter coming in, electrician coming in, you name it, and we have it. So this platform, it's our contribution to 2047 dream of Viksit Bharat cannot happen without educated India. 25 crore people cannot be left behind, and we dream or hope to be a developed nation. So that's our contribution back to society. Having said that, we do also need to have oxygen to sustain and survive. So hence, the corporate world comes in, and we also sell this to corporate world for their specific employee training. Like I said, you can create any course on this platform. So corporate world, we monetize it. And I'll just share this video. We launched this as a pilot project for one of the schools that we had adopted long back.
In the quiet corners of Mangaon,
So take a look.
talent is everywhere, but until recently, opportunity was not. At Diacto, we believe that CSR isn't just a line item in a budget, it's a bridge to a better future. We've empowered these students with 40 smartphones, not just as a device, but as a gateway to the Bliss IQ learning platform, opening new doors to education.
ॲप नव्हता तेव्हा मला इंग्लिश थोडी थोडी वाचता होती, पण त्याचा काहीच अर्थ कळत नव्हता. मग जेव्हा ॲपमध्ये मी अभ्यास करायला लागले तेव्हा मला प्रत्येक गोष्टीचा अर्थ कळायला लागला व माझे पेपरमध्ये देखील मार्क वाढले.
We saw the spark in their eyes. We felt the shift in their potential. They aren't just scrolling, they are learning from the world-class courses designed by Bliss IQ creators, breaking the barriers of geography and economic status.
नमस्ते, माझं नाव सायरा शेख. मी इंडिया स्पॉन्सरशिप कमिटीमध्ये 20 वर्ष झाले काम करत आहे. आमच्या जे वीटभट्टीवरची मुलं आहेत, ओम सर जे आहेत आमचे, ओम सरांनी आमच्या मुलांना एक 40 मोबाईल दिले आहेत की खरं म्हणलं की हा वीटभट्टीवरच्या मुलांकडे ना पुस्तक आहे ना काही नाहीये. ते ओम सरांनी जे ऍप तयार केलेलं आहे त्या ऍपमुळे आज आमच्या मुलांना अभ्यासाची एक आवड निर्माण झाली. आज आमची मुलं एवढी छानपैकी इंग्लिश वाचू लागली, बोलू लागली की ज्या मुलांना ABCD येत नव्हती, आज ती मुलं छानपैकी प्रश्नांची उत्तरे बी देऊ लागली.
Innovation is usually measured in speed and efficiency, but at Diacto, we've started measuring it in smiles and the newfound confidence of a child in Mangaon.
So as part of our CSR initiative, we have adopted a couple of schools, and we are also on the way to adopt another few more. We have been in discussion with one of the largest NGO in the world, and they really loved the platform, they really loved the concept, the simplicity, and the empowerment that it brings to the children. And we are almost on the verge of finalizing the rollout of this app to 10,000 schools within Maharashtra. So we want to empower and equip every child in this country and the world over with the highest quality of education so that no child remain unattended. And that's our sincere effort because, as you know, the quality of student is also determined by the quality of teacher. And we lack the teaching faculty, we lack standard of education. Once you step outside city in CBSE and ICSE board, you will see a lot of challenges out there. So that's the problem we are trying to solve with this platform. And how you can contribute to this, or how you can use this platform as part of your CSR or your organization's CSR is, this will remain as a subsidized platform for your company to be taken to the underprivileged children. We will never use this platform for making profit for the CSR purpose. So you can use this platform, adopt a school, take this app. We have pre-built courses for Maharashtra State Board, and we will continue to build the courses for other states too. And we can work together, we can create the content, you take it to the schools, and roll it out to as many schools as you like. And the more importantly, one other factor that I wanted to ensure that I highlight is the ability to track the progress of every child. Ability to track who is learning and who is benefiting from this. Every action that a child takes on this platform gets recorded. So whoever is sponsoring the school will have complete transparency and visibility as to how many children are logging in, how many children are accessing, what courses are they consuming, and the points they are accumulating. And you can come up with a program where you can put your company banner in the school saying this school is adopted by your company, and here is the point. You earn 1,000 points, you get, let's say, compass box. You earn 2,000 points, you get a school bag, and so on. So you can have your company program adopt this. And the way you can do it is, we do have a rollout plan or rollout program. I'm happy to share that if that's of your interest, which I hope do. We can work with you to come up with a rollout game plan so that it is effective and successful. Our job is not to check the checkbox saying, I've done some CSR. Our sincere attempt is to make an impact in the life of children. Yeah? So that's pretty much about it. Any question? By the way, I launched Candid HR last year from this platform, and we have had a massive response on that platform as well. We are launching this platform officially today from this platform. And I'm so pleased that I'm launching it the right audience, and so blessed to be here today. Mr. Bhatia, if you're here, what a wonderful program that you organized. So thank you very much. If you don't mind, I'll take some few questions.
Please. If there are any questions, please do ask.
So, sir, you said this platform evolved from being primarily for school children to for corporates. So, whether this app or this program is designed to have corporates also as their LMS,
Yes.
or corporates can only adopt it as a CSR for helping schools?
No, it's designed, it's universally created. You can sign in as an individual. If you are an individual learner, you can sign in as a corporate. The corporate will have a domain, let's say, for example, abc.blissiqlms.com. If you're coming in as a CSR, you can have a CSR domain, and then you can sponsor. So there are multi-layered platform created here. So you can do all of them.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, please? Well, Omprakash, then we must thank you.
Thank
I
you.
must say, transformation begins always at the grassroots. And here is Bliss IQ doing some stellar work. So we want to congratulate you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
And the fact that you're launching it from here, may God bless you with much more success than your previous endeavor. Thank you very much. And as a token of appreciation, we'd like to present this small memento to you. If you can come in the center of the stage.